That's why. There it is. Now we should be getting sound going to from your mics. So again, just making sure that our mic sound is on. Mics, test, 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 test. It should be coming in there, and it is. Give it a second. Give it a second. You may want to turn your volume up on your device. Testing one, two. Testing one, two. Two, two, two. Yep. So that see how delayed it is. So we turned it on an extended delay to really clean it up. So if you're gonna see yourself in a couple minutes. So it's, remember the delay we put on. So 30 seconds is so it's really exaggerated, and that gives it that time to buffer it. You're only gonna see your legs though. Yep. So that's because so it's that delayed. So the normal delay, we put an additional 30 seconds on top. The normal delay is already about a minute or two. So we added additional to give it more cleanup time. Yep. So that's why you know, so it gives it enough time to get through all of your internet waves and everything, but it's cleaning it all up. So that way it's going to sound the most like true sound of what we're hearing in here. And then this microphone right now is still picking me up. So like this can hear everything. So she'll hear this whole conversation. Even though I'm not right in it, she's still hearing it. See, we're bouncing up there. So it's still catching us. So that's what I found. So that's why when they're trying to, when they're basing whether we can hear them on YouTube or not, with the microphone like this, whether they can hear themselves here or not, it's different. So like this, aux 1, that's the settings for aux 1. You can for auxiliary. So I can turn those up to go into there, or turn them down using this, and then go back here. That's how sound is separate. So YouTube, all of that. To control the auxiliary, I would hit that.
Sure.
Go ahead, try again. Try again. I just unmuted him.
Want to make sure that these mics are on. If I'm singing, if I'm singing, if I'm singing, if I'm clapping, if I'm clapping, if I'm singing, if I'm singing, if I'm clapping.
Gain. So if this one is too loud, or if I want it louder, I'm going to go up here, and that's how I'm going to adjust my gain. And then this is going to bring it down. But, you know, that's for house sound. So I'm going to adjust it that way and leave it here. So some people, I don't mess with this one. I just leave it right there at the unified sound. So even if I turn it all the way up, because it's at unified, it won't blast it. But if I turn that, then you get that. But see? So if I leave it at the U, no matter how bad it gets, it won't give you that feedback.
What information are you getting? I need to know this part. This is the
So if I've got blue, and I've got blue in my hands now, I can hear it. But let's say that singer on stage wants to hear more voice, just turn the gain. Just go gain, 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 and you can keep going as loud as you want with gain. But if you keep it on you, you're not going to get that feedback. Now, if I keep it here and I'm doing, then I'm getting feedback. Yeah, it starts to give me feedback because now I'm not at unified gain,
Okay.
right? So just keep it at unified gain,
That's
and then use,
how I'm adjusting
yeah,
this time.
if you're going to adjust anything on handhelds, use it from the gain. Now, the other thing is that's house sound. If I hit aux 1, that's going to take me to my auxiliary sound, so I can adjust my mic level here,
Don't adjust levels.
but I'm just showing you this real fast.
So that he,
Yeah, he adjusted it for you, but you can adjust that for the auxiliary. So that's what they're hearing out there, right? Without adjusting house, I can adjust auxiliary and make auxiliary go up. So let's say this one is good in-house, but on live, you can't hear them. On the live stream,
so right now, well, previously on the mics, it was louder than anything. Granted, mics are mics, but
louder than everything else.
yes,
So that's because this on live stream,
yes.
right? That's because these are too high. See how high they are? So I want to turn them down a little bit, and then that way I get a unified sound. My choir, overhead choirs, should probably be louder than these,
Yes, I agree.
right?
Because even when they're singing in up there a little bit, it's
Yeah, so I can move the choir mics. Yeah, I can move the choir overhead mics up. Overhead can come up or down. And notice I'm using these when I hit auxiliary 1. When this is lit, that gives me a different. So that's how I'm controlling what's going on in auxiliary land. For in-house. Remember, in-house. So in-house is top, right? And I can still adjust, even though I'm on auxiliary 1. If I'm in-house and I still hear noise, I can still adjust in-house here. So I can still move in-house. But if I've got the auxiliary 1, I can also at the same time adjust what they're hearing in TV land. Yep. For your auxiliaries or your EQs, or they call these the fat channels, is what I learned. So that's what gives you the fatness in the voice here. But if I got auxiliary, this is only going to control what's attached to my auxiliary port. And what's attached to your auxiliary. So right now, y'all want to fix this?
no, okay, say what you're saying again. Say what it is right now. Say that again. So
Right now, if I turn this microphone up in-house, it's going to automatically turn it up on there, whether you want to or not. Yes. So right now, right now, the way this board is hooked up, Zoom is hearing house sound.
But don't we want that?
No. Your mixes are different. Because your house, you're dealing with acoustics, everything you hear that we hear,
Right.
and your in-house speakers. Zoom cuts out the acoustics a lot of times.
Yes.
So that's why your sounds sound so
airy.
Here in person, it sounds great.
It sounds so airy.
Zoom, it's very distant or airy. It's because they're hearing. You got to set something up in-house. Change it. It needs to move into the auxiliary. It's going to automatically turn
So
it up.
then if that was the case, so say you do switch it, right? And we're in here, you can, you know, they're saying, because you know, people that sing on the hear themselves a little more, right? So they're saying, oh yeah, mic's up, and I'm, because last Sunday was
this screen, so that way we can see the YouTube. You have Zoom and Proclaim on this one. That's his computer, and then that way, yeah, you're listening to YouTube, because YouTube's gonna give you a cleaner mix in Zoom. You might be adjusting stuff on Zoom, trying to compensate for the distortion, and it's not even worth it.
And
Because
so,
we know Zoom distorts
yeah,
God's quality.
so Zoom, when we're talking about Zoom in the overall sense
Testing.